Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saieed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. It's the weekend night, the beginning of the weekend in Trinidad and Tobago, Friday night. Remember, I always say on a Friday night, when you decide to go drinking and liming on a Friday night especially, make sure and have a driver. Make sure and have a driver, Trinidad and Tobago. So a little update for you. A release from the ministry is circulating online on the cancellation of Republic Day reception and award function set for September 24th as the country remains under a state of emergency. However, speaking during a House of Representatives sitting on Friday, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar says the news is fake. Listen to the Prime Minister.
There is some news circulating that the Republic Day awards function has been cancelled. I have no knowledge of that. We met in Cabinet up to yesterday. We fully committed and we will be proceeding with the Republic Day awards function.
So those of you who are wondering, it is not cancelled, it is set. A little update for you again. Finance Minister Devendranath Thakur has revealed that the 10% wage negotiation for public servants will commence in the upcoming fiscal year. Thakur.
And the union are similarly minded in resolving those matters in fiscal 2026. So there will be provision in the budget for those kind of supplements.
The minister also told the population to temper its expectation. As he said, promise will be delivered over a 5-year period than one. So Trinidad and Tobago, you all expecting the 10 years, the negotiation of 10%? Yes, you're getting it, but have a little patience. They can't do everything one time. How many things the PNM promised you and you never got it? So have a little patience, With regards to when the budget will be read, Thakur said the budget will be read early in October.
My love, you have to wait until the budget to hear that information.
What will the budget be?
Soon.
Late October, early October, late October?
Early October. The Prime Minister has already signaled early October.
Current affairs segment. So Trinidad and Tobago, the Constitution Amendment, Citizenship, Bill 2025 was passed in the Senate. The bill, also known as the Grandparent Law, seeks to amend the Constitution to allow persons to become citizens of Trinidad and Tobago if their grandparent was a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago at the time of their birth. Responding to concerns raised by the opposition, Attorney General John Jeremy argued it was mischievous to imply the amendment could lead to voter padding, explaining that the election laws in Trinidad and Tobago would not allow for persons to participate in election. Listen to this, Trinidad and Tobago.
Wrong to say that we are looking at the Constitution, amending the Constitution every day. That's wrong. Wrong to say that the bill before us seeks to have, has anything to do with elections or benefits or anything of that nature. Wrong to say that there are no international benchmarks voted. And there's no way that you could vote in Washington and where will you go to cast that ballot at the High Commission?
So now, viewers, Parliamentary Secretary David Naked also assured that a proper vetting process will be implemented for applicants seeking citizenship under this bill. Naked stressed that it does not offer automatic citizenship to all applicants.
We also believe that this was something that's citizenship for everyone. As I said before, it's not. There are legal, legislative safeguards. There are administrative safeguards. For example, even if someone applies, they're going to be vetted. And they're going to be vetted in a way that is strict and in line with all our administrations that are there. It's going to be something that's not going to be, okay, you apply and you get through.
So viewers, however, Opposition Senator Faris El-Rawi recognized FIFA's regulation as it relates to the acquisition of citizenship by descent. He argued that it does not allow citizenship by descent through a grandparent.
The mischief for us comes about in the need for greater analysis of the impact of grandparents by way of descent. The analysis is required in consultation with the Elections and Boundaries Commission. The analysis is required with some of our international players as it relates to anti-terrorism laws. The analysis is required in respect of perhaps taxation laws as well.
Switching views, viewers. Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar has pledged that her government will act decisively on the mounting pressure while keeping citizens at the center of development. Speaking at the Caribbean launch of the UNDP's Regional Human Development Report 2025 on Thursday, the Prime Minister said traditional model no longer work in today's climate of polycrisis and uncertainty. Listen to this.
They say leadership in this very modern era must rest on three anchors. One, courage to act when the path is unclear. Discipline to prepare before the next wave strikes. And the imagination to design solutions fit for tomorrow, not for yesterday. We can't govern looking back in the rearview mirror. We must design for tomorrow.
So now, viewers, reflecting on the Regional Human Development Report 2025, the Prime Minister acknowledged that while progress has been made across the Latin America and the Caribbean, the region remains fragile.
In just one generation, poverty was cut by half. Yet today, 1 in 4 people in our region still live in poverty. And another 1/3 live so close to the edge that a single shock can just push them over. Today, our region faces uncertainty, levels that are higher than the global, 50% higher than the global average. And the truth is, crises no longer come one at a time.
Now, outlining her vision, the Prime Minister called for safeguard that prevents a single crisis from erasing decades of hard work. Kamala.
This vision calls for action we can all understand, such as protecting small states through debt for climate swaps and catastrophe-linked financing, building regional value chains in food, in health, in the creative industries, the renewable energy sector, and so our economies can grow together.
So now Trinidad and Tobago. Prasad Bisesa also stressed digital transformation as an accelerator of human development. She urged government, civil society, the private sector, the youth, the diaspora, and global partners to act with courage, imagination, and faith. So viewers, let's hope this come into reality. Again, I said, many things could be said by the ministers and them, but it's bring it to reality and we will see what will take place. The PNM had a lot to say, but nothing never materialized. Reality never kicked in. So let's see if Prasad Bisesa and her vision, her dream, her reality will kick in Trinidad and Tobago and become a reality for all. That is all I could say on behalf of that. Now, moving up a little more. The Minister of Health, Dr. Lakram Bodu, has criticized the prolonged unused of the Couva Hospital and multi-training facility, calling it a tragedy. The minister spoke after conducting a throughout walkthrough of the hospital, which is in Couva. Commissioned in August 2025, the Couva Hospital and multi-training facility was intended to bring pediatric and adult inpatient service in Central and South Trinidad. Minister Bodo expressed his disappointment in what was revealed during the tour. He added that the 230-bed has not been utilized for the past 10 years. Trinidad and Tobago, only listen to this.
Really is a tragedy that this has happened, has been allowed to happen over the last 10 years. People of Trinidad and Tobago has an opportunity to see what you all saw on the tour this morning. They would be very, very disappointed. I think what we've seen here is a tragedy of the greatest proportion. We have seen equipment, state-of-the-art equipment. We've seen beds here with still the plastic on. So we've seen here a 230-bed hospital that has not been utilized for the past 10 years, save for.
So viewers, the Minister of Works and Infrastructure, Jolene John, also expressed disappointment that millions of taxpayers' dollars had gone down the drain. The minister added that $10 million has gone to waste. Listen to this.
Biomedical engineers will tell you this piece of equipment has 1 more year to go, 6 months. Next month it's gone after spending $10 million, and the people of Trinidad and Tobago would have paid for it, but they've had no use of it.
So my viewers, I want to ask Terence Dial Singh, what was the reason for not utilizing the Couva Children's Hospital? What was the reason? Can he come out and tell Trinidad and Tobago why the Couva Hospital was not utilized? According to Bodo, 230 beds has not been utilized for the last 10 years. Have anyone seen Terence Dial Singh lately? Has anybody seen Terence Dial Singh lately? We haven't heard of Terence Dial Singh in a long while. Now, Dr. Bodo also said that it was his intention as the health minister to fully operationalize the Couva Hospital.
Under the guidance and direction of the Honorable Prime Minister, the Ministry of Health is going to move together with UDCOT in the shortest possible time to fully operationalize this hospital. That is my intention as the Minister of Health.
So Trinidad and Tobago, no set timeline has been given for the full reopening of the facility. But hold on. Port of Spain Central Block. Earlier today, Jolene John, Dr. Lakram Bodu, and Dr. Richard Sicharan were given a tour of the central block of the Port of Spain General Hospital by UDCOT Chairman Shankar Bidesi. The previous administration has said it was 90% complete, viewers. So what you are seeing is a tour of Jolene John, Lakram Bodo, and Richard Sicharan. And this is what they came across. This is what they came across. So I want to ask Teran Dial Singh, is this the facility that they opened at the Central Block in Port of Spain? Together with Keith Rowley, a former Prime Minister. Is this a working hospital, a working Central Block? It's sad, you know. It's really sad they run to open something that was not ready for the public. No, nobody haven't seen the Alsing since. Did he get a heart attack? Is he living? Is he in Trinidad and Tobago? All of a sudden, all the power he had as a minister, where it gone? Where is him today? These are the videos of today's tour of ministers by UDCOT chairman. Imagine that, eh? They said 90% ready. So they went and opened a building that was 90% ready and not ready. What is the purpose of this opening? So I will say this without apology. Did Dr. Keith Rowley, PNM former Prime Minister, and the former Minister of Health, Terence Dial Singh, did they expect the PNM people to go inside that unfinished building? And I want to ask the PNM people, are you all that foolish? You all voted for a party that opened a building, cut ribbon, big speech, where it was 90% ready, as they say. So you all getting a cake that is 90% ready, while they eating cake that is ready? Are we that stupid as Trinidadians? This is what I want to ask all you. Are we that foolish? Are we that blind? Are we that dumb? Are we that dotish? Are we not educated enough to know that, hey, they are shoving crap down our throat? No. I want you to forget your PNM, and I want you to forget your UNC. As a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, where you pay tax, would you go to a facility such as a hospital where it is 90% complete according to the PNM administration for help? Show back the video. Want to go? This is where taxpayers' money have been spent. They rush to open a building that is 90% ready, and they expect you now, Trinidad and Tobago citizens, to partake of this building. Are you all foolish? Are we that stupid? So because they hold a title of ministership, they could shove anything down or let throat and allow it say yes? So if this is what all are settling for, when you go to the grocery, why is it that you just buy a bag of dal well prepared? Why you don't buy a bag of dal where they have no tie to the top? Why you don't go and buy a bag of flour that have a hole in it? I'm asking all of that. I am asking you all that. When you're traveling in a taxi, from Port of Spain to San Fernando. You leave San Fernando and you're going Port of Spain. Why you don't drop out Shoguners, but you 90% reach Port of Spain? Are we that foolish as a people? Outside you're bashing, you're clung. When you work Monday to Friday, why your boss don't give you pay from Monday to Thursday? He give you, and you come to work Monday to Friday? Well, good, you will settle for 90% of your pay. You go want to cuss and fight and want to shoot and kill and all kind of thing. But nobody has said nothing about the hospital. Central Block, that was 90% ready. We dotation, side stupid. If all is settling for that, I ain't settling for that. They rush to open it. Same thing like the airport in Tobago. They rush to open the airport. So let me see now the plane flying from Trinidad. It must just go over the runway and stop right and don't land. But you're 90% on the runway. This is how we are. We would not protest for the right thing, but for the wrong thing. Man, all I had the biggest mouth in Trinidad. And this is the problem we have today. That is why we remain in third world. Because those in authority feel they have all the education and the citizens stupid. I remember, I believe it's Dr. Rowley who said the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid at one point in time. All of a sudden, hospital was 90% open. Such an amazing thing. Such an amazing thing. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. Stay locked on, lots more when we return.
We'll be right back.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
Welcome to Real Talk Financing and Investment, a place where your loans are guaranteed and you're rewarded with up to 5% upfront interest on your deposit. Why wait when you can invest with us today and reap the benefits? Speak with a representative at our central branch at 238-6716, 231-6219, or 339-1670, or our south branch at 242-9944, 241-0543, or 339-1670. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Investment company just for you. For you. For you. For you.
Throws you a curveball, and you need a clear path forward. Trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Welcome back.
So viewers, Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander has defended the deployment of police officers to certain secondary schools following 2 high-profile incidents of student indiscipline. Speaking at the Caribbean launch of the UNDP's 2025 Regional Human Development Report on Tuesday, Alexander said the initiative is already prompting more schools to request police support. 2 weeks into the new term, a Form 1 student of Coral Secondary in Komoto was detained for alleged possession of marijuana and wrapping paper. Believe that the 13-year-old boy, 13, imagine that. At Fiscal Secondary, a student was suspended for locking a police officer in a classroom. Reports that the officer had fallen asleep are under investigation by the police commissioner also. Listen to this.
Like that when you're small. There are times when a lot of these schools would have put things under the carpet. You know why? To save the name of the school. But now, they are coming out some of the same schools, coming out now and saying, listen, we need police at this school. All right?
So more schools have been asking, other than the original?
Yeah, no, a lot of schools have been asking. So it's about saving the people in the school. I can't say children because some of them don't behave like children. So we are saving those students in the school.
So now viewers, Alexander criticized the previous administration for failing to implement school policing earlier. Roger.
When we were calling for it to be done more than 5 years ago, why wasn't it done? If a tree was 5 years ago, you know what the size of the tree now? When do you bend the tree? No, it's not too late, but are we dealing with children who are already willing to test the system? You think we're dealing with children?
Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
Yes, sir. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, go right ahead, you're live.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
I said, are you hearing me?
Let's take a get the clip. So now, viewers, despite the recent incidents, Alexander said the presence of police has produced positive results thus far.
In many schools, yes. Until the teachers, the principal are showing praises on the effort made by this government and the police on a whole. There are a number of schools. And you know what? We realize that some schools, even the students, realize, you know what? Let's not be like them. Because all they want to do is fuss and fight, not us.
Caller, good night. Hello? So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, protests at Rousillac Hindu School. More when we return.
We'll be right back.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
Welcome to Real Talk Financing and Investment, a place where your loans are guaranteed and you're rewarded with up to 5% upfront interest on your deposit. Why wait when you can invest with us today and reap the benefits? speak with a representative at our central branch at 238-6716, 231-6219, or 339-1670, or our south branch at 242-9944, 241-0543, or 339-1670. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Investment company just for you. For you. For you. For you.
Throws you a curveball, and you need a clear path forward. Trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Welcome back.
So welcome back, viewers. The Parent Teachers Association and parents protested this morning in front of Rousillac Hindu Primary School, demanding that the school be shut down and sanitized over a rat infestation. Secretary of the PTA, Nandini, spoke on the issue. Listen to this.
My name is Nandini Maraj. I am the secretary of the PTA of Rousillac Hindu School. And we are out here this morning trying to highlight yet again the issue of rat infestation, this time at our school. I also have a child in the SEA class. Next year my child is supposed to write SEA examination. How is he going to prepare when we have to be out here dealing with these things? Is almost 2 weeks now school open, right? No, and almost an entire month that school has been open. If the school was dealing with this from the beginning, we might be able to send our children back out next week or so.
So, Trinidad and Tobago, speaking on the matter in Parliament this morning, Minister of Education, Dr. Michael Dowlett, stated that these reports are being investigated. He said there has been 9 years of negligence by the previous administration. The minister said the rebuilding of the school was supposed to start in 2015. No, the building of the school was stopped. Stop, viewers, in 2015. Listen to this now.
The Ministry of Education is aware of the reports concerning rodent activity at the Rousillac Hindu Primary School, which is currently housed at the Rousillac Community Center. These reports have been investigated and verified. But, Mr. Speaker, this is an ongoing matter that is as a direct result of almost 9 years of neglect by the last government. The rebuilding of the Rousillac Hindu School was stopped in 2015 when close to 70% completed. And this school remains decanted into the Rousillac Community Center, similar to 92 other schools that were left incomplete since 2015.
I realize Gatsby Dolly now wake up from sleeping and she have all the questions to ask all of a sudden. But nevertheless, Gatsby Dolly will get her answer one by one, because to be in the Ministry of Education for 9 years, 9 years, and we having these kind of issues, you will tell me you had a protest in front of our school? You had a protest? So those are the Ministry of Education. What are they doing? For the last 9 years, what were those people doing? Were they taking a report and sitting down on it? I hope Gasby Dolly could shed some light on this. The minister has now called for the closure of the school and sanitization arrangements have been made. Listen to this.
The Ministry of Education has placed the health and safety of students and teachers as its top priority. In this regard, I have directed the immediate closure of the Rousillac Hindu Primary School to allow for comprehensive treatment of the premises. An intense program of sanitization and baiting has already been arranged. This program will include deep cleaning, replacement of traps and baits, sealing of entry points, and monitoring to ensure the complete elimination of rodents. The Ministry is working in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, the Superior Regional Corporation, and other relevant stakeholders to ensure the exercise is thorough and the facility is made safe before classes resume.
Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed. Great and powerful program as usual.
Thank you, my friend.
Very educating program. I want to talk about the home invasion stand your ground law bill. Now, I attended 3 consultations. I was invited to speak on the topic. And when I went out, I wanted to get me and my group, part of my group. We went and, to analyze it well.
Right.
So the laws are very good laws in the bill itself. But if there's a home invasion and the homeowner kills someone, he goes through the same process as now. If you have a legal firearm and you kill someone, you still go through the same process. So I ask questions, what about protection for the individual? Because police will come, take your weapon, go with it, you don't know how long they will keep it.
Correct.
You don't have to take an attorney.
Yes.
An attorney will charge you nothing less than $50,000, $60,000 to defend you now because they may charge you for murder. Question was raised. Bandit going over a fence to shoot him, but he reach on the road. When he reach on the road, drop dead. Motionless, drop dead.
I understand.
What about these things?
I understand.
The homeowner now face all of these challenges and which there's nothing to protect. Again, there were lawyers there. This minister, the defense minister were there. And, other speakers. And over 10 times he said, look, we need the 2/3 majority in parliament for this bill to pass. So I want to urge the citizens of this country to defend all themselves. The way this bill may never see the light in this country based on our analysis, 3 consultation, and I did it to get the hang of it and to analyze it. Well, I know, Mr. Said, you have knowledge, you already know this, but you will want people to speak about it. You won't come on your program and speak until people bring it up and so on. But I know you know all of this already, you analyze it. And to put salt into the wound now, you have Mr. Gavero send the FUL applicants back to the local station. Not one to date has been processed and sent back to him. So he said, the rest that we have here, which was sent in this year, the applicants that was sent in this year, I am going to process it. Lo and behold, a fire left all over this country. The whole of Port of Spain climbed a building and went up to the floor where the FUL applicants' files were, burned all of them, and then a fireman burst now and destroyed all. Well, I want Gavero to know that a class action lawsuit is coming for you, your minister, and this government, because when I file an application and put it there, that is now in your custody. You have to protect that. And you didn't do it. And your way to deal with the FUL applicant is to send that back, wipe your hand, you brush your clothes off, and say, I get out of my hand, I'm done with that. That is why today, on social media, a lot of FUL applicants label this man as a con man. And Mr. Said, you see it unfolding, you see the minister, his minister, you see things what unfolding now. And the citizens of this country waiting, and you will see all come to light. The true colors of these two people that's supposed to protect us, Mr. Said. You're doing such a great job. God bless you with this program to keep democracy alive and all the violation of our constitution rights. You are the protector of it. Great job, Mr. Said. God bless you and your staff, and God will richly bless you. Keep up the great work you are doing.
Thank you, my friend. So Trinidad and Tobago, I want you all to just take this into consideration. The Rousillac Hindu School, primary school, had a protest this morning. This morning. And already, Michael Dowlett, the minister in the Ministry of Education, has already put things in place to deal with this problem. Shut down the school and let's deal with the problem. So that now, viewers, I want to congratulate now Michael Dowlett publicly for taking action very, very fast. This I want to congratulate him for, because we haven't seen that for a long while. All the complaints that have been going to the Ministry of Schools in Trinidad and Tobago, dilapidated building, this, that, the next, we haven't seen such a quick response. So I want to thank him publicly for that, and I hope that he can continue doing his job without interference. And being a resigned principal, he knows exactly what the system needs. So I want to wish him all the best in going forward with these issues. So viewers, it's Friday. What is the plan for the weekend? What is the plan? Where is the party? Remember, remember viewers, be safe on the road. These days there's a lot of road accidents, RTAs. So be very careful, please. Please be careful. So listen to this, viewers. The Ministry of Homeland Security remains committed to disrupting the cycle of drug traffickers, violence, and organized crime throughout evidence-based strategies and community engagement. This statement came as the National Drug Council of the Ministry of Homeland Security, in collaboration with the Organization of America, States Inter-American Drug Abuse Control Commission, hosted a 3-day initiative to tackle the issue of illegal drugs and its effect on society. Chair of the National Drug Council, Jennifer Bacadu Blake, stressed the importance of tackling the phenomenon. Listen to this.
This gathering is not only timely but essential. Drug use and its connections to crime and violence remain among the most pressing challenges facing our society. Yet we know that enforcement alone is not the answer. Prevention and partnership are at the heart of building safer and healthier communities.
So now, viewers, she gave insight into the Council's National Drug Plan for 2026 to 2030. Listen to this.
A framework that sets out clear priorities for addressing drug demand and supply, improving rehabilitation, and enhancing cooperation across institutions. Most importantly, it is a plan that places people, and especially youth, at the center. These insights remind us that our strategies must be comprehensive, inclusive, and responsive.
So now, viewers, political advisor of the High Commission of Canada, Stuart Shaw, affirmed Canada's support for Trinidad and Tobago. Listen to this one more time.
It is directly in line with the government's plan to support and protect youth. And that is important for the health, security, and safety of Trinidad and Tobago. That makes it important for Canadian health, safety, and security. And that is because you and I, each one of you and I, are neighbors. Canada and Trinidad and Tobago have been linked since long before each of our independence.
So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, Beckles warn against stand your ground legislation's misuse. More on this when we return.
We'll be right back.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the blaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
Welcome to Real Talk Financing and Investment, a place where your loans are guaranteed and you're rewarded with up to 5% upfront interest on your deposit. Why wait when you can invest with us today and reap the benefits? Speak with a representative at our central branch at 238-6716, 231-6219, or 339-1670, or our south branch at 242-9944, 241-0543, or 339-1670. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Investment company just for you. For you. For you. For you.
Throws you a curveball, and you need a clear path forward. Trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Welcome back.
So Trinidad and Tobago. Opposition leader Penelope Beckles has cautioned against the misuse of the proposed Stand Your Ground law. She said the proposed home invasion, self-defense, property bill, widely referred to as the Stand Your Ground legislation, should not be seen as a get-out-of-jail-free card. Speaking at the People's National Movement's first public consultation on the bill at City Hall on Thursday, Beckles stressed the need for further dialogue before the legislation moves forward.
And a lot of people feel that is what stand your ground means. Incident happens, somehow there's some kind of justification, and there isn't a procedure to take place. And that is one of the most important points that we have to be conscious of. What is going to happen, and what is difference between the traditional self-defense that exists at present in the common law.
Senior Counsel Larry Lala also raised concerns, noting that the current draft neglects to include an immunity hearing for individuals arrested under its provision. During a session, member of the public voiced a range of concern. Some warned about the potential of racial profiling and abuse of power by homeowners, while others argue the focus should instead be on improving policing patrol rather than arming citizens. Another attendee questioned whether the law was necessary at all, suggesting it merely serves to advance a particular agenda. Hold on, don't run that video yet. So for the people who saying it's merely service to advance a particular agenda, let me tell you something. What is the agenda? What is the agenda? So the person who raised this question, your home maybe not have been invaded. And I want to tell you that on national television. Your home maybe not have been invaded. So when you're talking about agenda, be careful. Others argued we should focus instead on improving the police patrol rather than arming citizens. For 9 years we have suffered a lack of proper policing. Lack of proper police vehicle. We have seen where officers were driving reckless on the road. Some in accidents, some flipping vehicle, some breaking light. We have seen that. We have seen officers get caught up with contraband, illegal items. So how you want to improve policing? Let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. In other parts of the world, they arm homeowners. And the country at large knows that homeowners are being armed. So when a bandit think about coming into a home, he is thinking about two things. You have to have a plan to come in, and you have a plan if you survive to leave. So which side of the fence are you? You want to prevent your home from being robbed by bandits knowing, well, hey, every home in Trinidad have gun. If we get away from this homeowner, the neighbor could shoot we. The neighbor on the left could shoot we. The neighbor on the right could shoot we. The neighbor on the opposite side could shoot we. And automatically, bandits will start changing their thinking. I'll never think about that. So for the homeowner, I would advise also that you have an air horn. Beep, beep. So when they come in, and let's just say they didn't get a chance to shoot them, you could run for your air horn and sound it off so the neighborhood will know, well, hey, it have a bandit. And all the homeowners with firearm that were granted a licensed firearm would look out for the bandit and shoot him. So, concerning the same home invasion, many have asked the question, now, according to Wayne Sturge, if they're running out, shoot them in the back. Let me tell you something. Many question Wayne Sturge, so why we go shoot him in the back when he running away? Let me tell you something. When a homeowner come into your home, and he abuse you, and he batter you, and he rape your daughter, and he rape the wife, and he rape the grandmother, and he take up your 5,000, and then he take up your gold chain, and then he looking for the key to go with your car. Let me tell you something. You already lost all this. He has taken all this. He has violated all this, and he's running away. Let me tell you something. I will shoot you stone dead. You want to know why? You want to know why? Okay, good. Listen this. You come into my home. You bust my head. You beat me up. You rape my daughter. You abuse she. Bust head. Slap up face. Same thing with the wife. When you're done abuse me now, you ransack my house. You take my money. You see, have a nice car outside, you take the key now. And you're looking to run outside now to go in the garage. So I who got abused, watch my daughter get raped, watch my wife get slapped up, watch you take the money I have in my house, watch you go in my little gold chain, you take my key for the car, and you're going with it. I must just rock back now and just let you walk away with all that. And I must walk back and let you go with all them things now. Correct? Think again, you have a next thing coming. Think again, you have a next thing coming. Hence the reason why I would assume that when Wayne Sturge said, if they're running, shoot them in their back. You know why? That's to make sure somebody else will go through where you went through. And I would agree with him. So for many of you, let me tell you something. Penelope vehicles, them is move with security, you know. Them just move with security, you know. What all let us move with? Absolutely nothing. Nothing. You're working 30 days for the month. And a bandit coming in to take where you have for the 30 days. You know the sad part about it? You're getting licks for not having. They're thieving what you have, and if they're coming and they get enough, they're abusing you, they're beating you for what? Just not having. So, while you're running out of the house, and I got a chance to go for my license if I am, trust me, you're dead. I am telling you, you're dead. So all who bawling about and saying, well, fix up the police force, and then it is for one agenda. No, it's for you and your family safety. Boss shot on them. All I would say, Saieed, you don't know what you're saying. Trust me, I know exactly what I am saying. I have friends, business people, high up, middle class, lower end. The house has been broken into. Imagine you buy a TIDA. You take a loan. You're working in a corporation. You get through that little loan. You buy a TIDA. As soon as you buy the car, 2 days after they come in your house and beat you up, take your TIDA and you're going with it. What are you going to do? You have a loan to pay. I have a license for I am now, and according to everybody, I had to watch you go with my car after I done beat me up. Watch. I'll watch your family bury you. Many of you might say, Saieed, that is abuse, and you're on television, and that is a wrong example you're setting. When they're raping your daughter, you go tell me about the wrong example I setting. When they take up your flat screen and they walk out the house with it, after they done beat you up, you go tell me it's the wrong example I setting. That is why we third world. That is why we way down on the bucket list. You know why? With mentality of thinking, I'd rather a bandit come in my house and beat me up and let he go his way. One thing that is always on national television, live on Real Talk. You jump my fence, I kill him, you're stone dead. And I will ask the police who come in to charge me, did you send him? No, Saieed. I didn't send him. So what are you doing in my property now? 2 o'clock in the morning. You answer that. So viewers, let me tell you something. When the thing going sweet, we just had to come to an end, 8 o'clock. So, it's the weekend. Be safe. We'll be right back here. Monday come in. We'll talk with Saieed. Until then, good night.